Welcome to Josh's 2 Pesos. I trust that everybody is doing well. I hope that this year will be a much better year for everyone. I just wanted to update everyone on my aquascape. I just received some new plants. I just sold a regulator and I'm testing this new regulator. I probably didn't mention before that I bought 20 auto sinkless to join my new cleanup crew. Sushi, my daughter's beta, is starting to develop a film over his eyes. If anybody knows how to resolve this, please comment below. I also purchased a 40 breeder to start a farm, and I just received my 2 Beamswork DAF spec LED lights. These lights are very affordable and they are RGB, so I highly recommend them for people who are just starting out. They've been tested by many hobbyists and they grow plants very well, and they don't look that bad either. Over to my 120U, I lowered my ONF flat ones because I wanted to intensify the PAR so that my Rotala Vietnam Hurrah would turn redder. You can see the growth transition where it started getting redder. All I did to get it red was to stop dosing KNO3 and increase my lighting. The purling has increased since I lowered the height of my lights. My flame moss has been growing well. I love how each plant has its own growth pattern. I noticed that my Hygrophila pinnatophyta roots have been attaching themselves to the rocks very well. I'm amazed how these plants adhere firmly to hardscape within 1 or 2 weeks. My AR minis have been developing a lot of roots lately. Their leaves are too large for my aquascape, so I'll be moving them over to the farm tank soon. My Blixa nuvogenensis has not been doing very well. It's still hanging in there. It melted a little bit, but has recovered. I noticed this distinctly when I stopped dosing KNO3. So I will be moving it to the farm tank, and I'll be dosing KNO3 in the farm tank. My Rotala indica Amania bonsai is growing very well. I chose this plant because it has small leaves, and also because it has a distinct pattern that adds to my aquascape. My Hydrocotyle tripartita was grown from a very small sample. It looks similar to 4-leaf clovers. I really like this plant because the leaves level themselves, which again creates a distinct pattern. I like to plant these in front of dark or shadowy areas so that their leaves would have contrast and stand out. Well, what do we have here? I thought I had lost all my Anubias Nana Petite Snow White. While making room for my new plants, I found this lovely lady. I'll have to find a way to plant it in a higher area, where it will receive more light, and it will also need aqua soil. And as some of us know, the roots can be buried, but the rhizome needs to be exposed. Finally, we're on to my new plants. If you've been following my channel, you know how much I hate snails. I always dip my plants in 1 teaspoon of alum per gallon of water for 3 days. I have been snail free and I have not had any plant or livestock casualties. I bought a mat of Minipilia. It doesn't look like much now, but once it gets some tender love and care, it grows brighter and it starts looking like very small corals, hence the nickname coral moss. Like all the other plants, I chose this one because it has very small leaves and a very beautiful distinct pattern. It is very popular for nano aquascapes. Next, I have Ludwigia species white, so I have to transition it into its submerged form. It doesn't look like much now, but within a month, it will resemble a white flower. I also received a random plant that I did not order. I think it might be a gift from the seller. I have no idea what it is. If you know what species it is, please comment below. The next plant that we're gonna look at is Ramazur florida, which is purple. I can't wait to grow this out. I plan to farm this, and I don't use every plant from my farm tank, but I am definitely planning to use this in my aquascape because it has small leaves. Last but not least is the most expensive plant I've ever purchased, the Boost Philandria Brownie Ghost 2011. Many sellers have Boost under this name, but they're not genuine. I had to buy this from a reputable seller. I paid almost $100 for this, so I could sleep at night, knowing that it is genuinely a brownie ghost. In the right conditions, it becomes purple and looks magical, like the plants in the movie Avatar. My argument is that if I grow it out, it would all be worth it, because I'd be able to recoup the high price tag on these when I sell it. Well, there you have it. Thanks for joining me on my journey. I hope that you enjoyed and benefited from my videos. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so if you can help me out by clicking the like button and by subscribing to my channel, I would really appreciate it. This is Joshism, and that's my 2 pesos.